Hey guys, Todd here with Center Valley Customs. Welcome back. Appreciate you watching. Today, I hate to say it, but those are getting put back in. I know. I've decided that in a year from now, this motor is going to come out, it's going to get moved, whatever. At that point, we can deal with headers. I've already wasted enough money and time and everything else trying to get these things to fit. And I'm not going to spend a bunch more money and whatever just to move the motor next year and then have to do it all over again. So I'm calling it quits at that. But what we will have to do is I'm going to grind this frame a little bit on both sides here. I got to get that header out of here yet. But I'm going to grind the frame probably about a 1/4 inch so that those motor mounts will fit. And that'll also give me a little bit more room on the driver's side for that manifold. So this morning I went and got some variety of hardwares and electricals and Starbucks Frappuccino. Yeah, I ain't no basic bitch. We're gonna get that out of the way right now. Anyway, sorry. I got a bunch of variety of hardware and electricals to get the aluminum radiator in. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get this done once and for all. But before we do that, we do need to get rid of garbage, okay? And there's Odin. Yeah, hi Odin. Anyway, so generally my Sunday consists of burning boxes. And actually it's Easter Sunday. Happy Easter if you celebrate Easter. I don't know what other word to use, but holidays for me are just another day, because normally I'm gone working somewheres, or I don't know, my family, some of my family's in Florida, and my immediate family, I have sisters that have, you know, whatever things going on that normally our plans don't all work together. So regardless, whatever. So we're gonna get some garbage burned, and then we can start working on this hunk of junk again. All right, we got to burn some garbage. First thing you want to do is pack your 55-gallon drum full. Make sure you choose a breezy day, and that way all the stuff goes towards your propane tank or into the neighbor's yard. That'd be, you know, that's rule number 1 right there. Second thing, find your favorite fire starter. Matches, lighter, torch, my personal favorite. Flamethrower. So we're just gonna stoke this bad boy. There we go. Oh, make sure you use race gas. Get a better burn that way. All right. We'll let that go for a while and stoke her up in a little bit. All right, now that we have no more eyebrows or facial hair, I'm gonna work on grinding this frame. I already took the header out. Serious note, let's get serious for a moment. Cue the serious music. Just kidding, I don't know how to do that. Anyway, while I was lowering this down on the jack stands, the truck actually slipped off my jack. So it dropped, luckily only about that far, onto my jack stand that I had sitting under there. But it was not cool. It was loud. Even my wife came out to check on me, and that's saying something. But in all seriousness, guys, be careful when jacking cars up and stuff. Don't be rolling under cars if you just got a jack. Use jack stands, all that good stuff. Don't use the Harbor Freight ones. Those ones are garbage. Anyway, we're gonna grind this out. We gotta find something to put in there to block the exhaust port so I don't get metal shavings in there. I already got a little hat for the carpet tutor. Be nice if we had some cardboard. Damn it. Anyway, so I'm gonna find something to put in there and then get grinding. All right, found myself a piece of cardboard. Had to, you know, make myself some cardboard, I should say. All right, so I don't really know how far I'm gonna go. Probably about a 1/4 inch. I got a little line ran there. I'm not sure if that's how far I'm actually gonna go, but see what happens. Make some noise. Alright, I got frame all ground out. I actually put this manifold in. Look at all the room we got. I should have just done this from the start. I know what you're thinking. Now that he ground that frame out, did he try to get the headers to fit again? Yeah, I did. I spent the last 45 minutes probably trying to get the headers to fit again. They still don't fit. So, putting the bolts in and going from there. The old bolts were 1.25 inches, and I ended up getting 1.5 inches because I could only get 1 inch or 1.25 inches, and the length might be too long, so I'm going to put a washer and a lock washer on here. Might look a little funny, but it is what it is. It's going to work. It'll hold it, and hopefully it don't leak. Oh, fun fact. If you buy $150 manifold gaskets, you get a set of headers free. Weird. I don't know why they would do it that way, but it's the way it was when I bought mine. Alright, let's get some stuff done. I got this side all in, and my dipstick. I put a little O-ring on the bottom of that dipstick because somebody had silicone all over it. But I went to grab the other side, and I noticed a little some. When I picked it up, there's a crack all the way down this. And there's actually another pinhole in one of these. I don't know if it's this one or this one, but there's a pinhole in one of these that I can see through. So, now what's the guy do? Grind it down and weld it? Or I don't know. I'm going to sit on it, think on it a little more, but I think I'm done for the night anyway, because I just don't feel like doing anything else, to be honest. So I'm going to call it a night and do some more research. The manifolds that I thought Hooker made, I can only find them for an LS. So that kind of rules that out also. I think Flowtech makes a similar style too, where it's just like a manifold. But I can't find them for a big block, so that kind of sucks. So I'm going to discontinue this portion of exhaust again. And I don't know, call it a night. Tomorrow I'll come back to it. Good night. New day. Header. I did my best to try to weld this. This is cast. Welding cast is not easy. I guess the right way to do it is to like preheat it to like 500 to 1,000 degrees, I guess, and then go slow. Best thing I have is my little blue LP torch. And that ain't getting hot enough, and it's definitely not going to heat this big piece of cast up very efficiently, more or less. I tried my damnedest to weld this up, but every time I'd get it to look okay, I'd find a little crack, I'd hit it, it'd burn through, and then I'd just end up with a big ball of weld, grind it down, hit around it, burn through, blah, blah, blah. I'm just chasing cracks and chasing holes. So this is garbage in my book. I don't know. Probably gonna have to buy a new one after my new headers come. Yeah, stupid me. I ordered another set of headers. This time they're not cheap headers. These are Hedman Hedders. I think it's 69-170. I found a video on the interwebs, and the guy was using these on like the next body style, so it must be 67 and up. So I went on the website, found them. They do not fit a 66 C10, do not fit, so I ordered them. Stupid me. So they probably aren't going to work, but we're going to give them a shot. I can't imagine the firewall from a 67 to a 66 being that much different. But my worry is on the passenger side where it comes down, like here, is, other way I guess, it'd be this side. But where it comes down, it's really, looks like it's going to be really close to the firewall. So I have a feeling they're not going to fit. But this set, I'm not going to beat all to hell. If I don't know confidently that I cannot get them to fit, I'm not bashing them, I'm sending them back. Or I might keep them, and I don't know. But I'm not beating the hell out of them unless I know 100% I can get them to fit. But, so, anyway, off the exhaust, we're done with that. I don't know if they're going to come before the weekend. I have a trip planned with my wife, so I will be gone through the weekend. So I don't know if we're going to get to that in this video. Honestly, I don't really know what we're going to get to in this video. But I got to have this video done before the weekend. So, regardless, off of that, on to radiator stuff. So first thing I need to do, well, not really need to do, but want to do, is put in this temperature switch. And it's got to go in this plug right here. So we got to get that plug out. Sounds easy, but I tried getting it out already this last weekend, and it wasn't coming out without a fight. So we're gonna get a cheater bar on a ratchet and see if we can get it out. I hope to God that 3/8 square end doesn't twist and strip out that plug, because then I'll really be screwed. So I don't know. Well, let's see if we can get it out. I can't get my breaker bar in here because it's too long. So I got a 3/4 inch piece of conduit that I'm going to use as a cheater. So the one thing I'm worried about is that extension twisting in that. Holy moly. That thing is in there. I can't see it, so tell me what's happening. Anything? It's just twisting in there, I think. Yeah, that's what I didn't want to happen. Oh boy. Whoa. Oh boy. I could try heating it up, but I don't think that's going to do anything. But I'm down to try anything. Alright, let's see what happens here. Alright, please come loose. Please, please, please come loose. Something's doing something, but I don't know if that's twisting out of there. Nope. Now what? Now what? Now what do I do? Now what do I do now? What do I do now? I don't take no for an answer. What's this? Well, this would be a pipe plug with a 3/8 extension welded in it, broken off, then a washer welded to it, and then an 18mm socket welded to it. I might have thrown some tools, smashed some sockets, smashed my fingers, burnt my fingers, said some cuss words, but I always win. Unless you're my wife. Then I just tell you whatever you want to hear and shut the hell up and go away. Other than that, you're gonna have to try a little harder to get me. Hey guys, new day, back on this whole radiator wiring whatever shenanigans, because it took us, well, it took me 3 hours yesterday to get a stupid pipe plug out, but I got her. My new headers were actually supposed to be here tomorrow. Now, that's relying on the old FedEx drivers because, well, welcome to spring. I don't know if you can pick it up, but it's still snowing pretty good. It's supposed to snow until like midday tomorrow. We're supposed to get, I've heard different, 8 to 12 inches. I've heard 6 to 18, I don't know. But so it's really dependent on the, oh, the power is going out. That was weird. And of course my heat just kicked on. So the snow coming down is like super heavy, driving home from work was like, I don't know, not great. So I'm sure the heavy snow is taking down power lines now or something, or poles or whatever the case may be. But it should be a requirement from FedEx, like, can you drive in a foot of snow in Wisconsin blindfolded with your eyes closed? And if you can, you got the job. So hopefully we'll see what kind of drivers FedEx has and see if they get my headers here tomorrow, but kind of doubting it. So anyways, off of that and on to what we're trying to get done. So that pipe plug I took out yesterday on this side, well, I actually am gonna put my switch on this side. Reason for that is because the stock wiring harness for the temperature, Medusa, the temperature sending unit is on this side. So instead of running that wire all the way back to the other side, I'm just going to put the switch on the other side, get a temperature sensor for this side. So if you have a temperature sending unit for your gauge, and then you'll have like a switch on off for fans. So if you go by, make sure if you go to O'Reilly or whatever and you need a switch or a sending unit, they're two different things and they look very similar. So make sure you get the right one. But that's that. So we need to wire this relay. So essentially a relay is just lets you switch higher amperage devices with a low current signal, I guess is kind of what it is. I don't know how to explain it any more than that. Instead of running like a heavy, now with car applications you probably only have something as big as 10 gauge wire, but instead of running like a 10 gauge wire all over the place to switch in on and off, you can use smaller 16, 18 gauge wire or whatever. It's cheaper, it's easier, whatever. So we need to wire, well, we'll have power. Red will be power straight from the battery. Black will go to our switch. White will be accessory, so power from inside the cab. And blue will be the power to the fan, and then from the fan we'll just ground it somewhere. So that's the wires that we need right there. I plan on mounting this right here beside my booster, and then I can run the wires kind of down either underneath, or I doubt I'll be able to snake them over the top, but there's a stock harness here. I can kind of run them down with the stock harness. Ugh, sorry, stuck with the magnet. I can run them down the stock harness, and there's already wire for the charging. I believe this is for the charging, that goes through here and tucks up underneath this cross member, or whatever the hell you want to call, core support. So that's where my power will go. From battery underneath here, I'll snake it down up into the relay, and then blue wire will come back to the fan, black wire will go to the switch, white wire will go inside the cab. Got it? Good. Alright. So that's where we're at. That's what we're going to do. Let's get it done. Good old self-tapper. How's that look? Yeah, it should be alright like that. Oh boy, I'm sliding off. Don't break the plastic. Oh, it's not even tight. Okay. So now these. Black wire, I put a terminal on. Of course, is on the opposite side. Black wire will get a terminal. Go directly to the switch. Put that over there. White will go, why are these completely opposite? That's nice. White will go inside the cab. We'll have to probably add length to this, so I'll probably just leave it out. Maybe I can sneak it up a little top. Hide it somehow. That'll go in the cab. I wish this was a little tighter, but I don't want to break it. Anyway, blue and red will go to the fan. Blue is not going to be long enough either. Damn it. And of course, all I have is black and red wire. So, I mean, it'll reach if I just go directly to it, but. So I'm probably going to extend this with a red wire or something, I don't know. I do have blue 16 gauge though, which, this is 12 gauge, which is bigger. I think this is 12 gauge. Of course, doesn't say. Anyway, so all of these, hopefully, I'll snake around, follow this. What is this? Alright, I'll see how long I want to make this wire. That should be plenty. Let's put this back. I'm gonna, oh, maybe I'll leave it. They do not want you opening these. Okay. Make sure you get the right end. because this has both female and male. Set that there. Perfect. Take a crimper. That doesn't fit. Seriously. There we go. Crimp that under good. Now it's stuck in there. Tight. Put that on here. Okay, beautiful. One wire done. Alright, I'm going to extend this blue wire with black wire because all I have is black and red, and the only blue wire I have is 16 gauge, and they say specifically do not use less than 14 gauge wire, which I have a hard time believing that this wire is 14 gauge, to be completely honest. But I'm going to solder these. I solder all my joints because I just don't like those crimps. I don't like the crimps, but I also don't like using a solder iron. I prefer to use like a butane torch, which mine's out of gas. My dad has a pretty sweet one. Of course, he wouldn't let me keep it. I don't know why he has it. He's probably never soldered a thing in his life. Not a fan of solder guns because it takes so long to get heat in the wire. By the time you finally get heat in the wire, the shielding is melting off and everything else. So I prefer just to use a torch. I'm going to cut this connector off and just put spades on it. I don't need this here. Ouch, my hand just popped. Okay. Now if I can figure out what I did with them. So the key to this, I guess there's really no key to it, but if you put a different one on here, like a male and a female on this end, you can't plug the wrong wire into the wrong wire. So, because right now, we will end up with two black wires. One will be ground, one will be power. And this will keep us from plugging the wrong one into the wrong one. Cramp tight. Tight. Put this in there. Oh, that one went right in. Okay, this we will ground somewheres. Thinking up here on one of these. Thought it was stripped out for a second. Oh. So we'll clean all that stuff up later. Tight enough. All right. That's on, that's on. This is wired. Needs to be cleaned up, but we'll do that another time. Now, that white wire needs to get extended. We need to run the power. Maybe we'll do that next. All right, I got everything wired. Battery was gonna die. My lights keep flickering, so pretty sure my power is gonna go out, so I was trying to rush this along. So, I ran the white wire up underneath the dash, and there's actually a little accessory terminal for any accessories. The radio and the tack is already like scotch locked and whatever, so I'm probably going to get like a little terminal block so I can actually have like a nice setup for our accessories. Ground power for the fan, switches in, it's wired, and I got power and everything on here. Power here, I should say. Right now the key is off, so I want to test this and make sure this does not run with the key. Actually, we'll check it with the key on first. That way we know it works or not. So, come in the truck, grab our keys, turn power on. We should have power. If I really wanted to, I could grab a meter and check underneath there, but I don't want to. So, if we take this terminal off, because we're not at temperature, so it's not grounded. If I get this grounded somehow to something, the fan should kick on. Oh. There we go. That's right. That's what we want. So if I put it back on here, actually I might put it back on here. Okay, so that's working at least. So now if we turn the key off and check it again, make sure we don't have power there all the time. Otherwise, when you shut your vehicle off, your fan will continue running until it cools down and probably end up killing your battery. Check this again. Nothing. Perfect. All right, so there we are, all wired. Tomorrow, I'm gonna, well, hopefully if things are open anyway tomorrow, I'm gonna see if I can find myself a temperature sender. I gotta make sure, I gotta look and see and make sure that, find the range again, like we did with the sending unit for the gas tank. There's a certain range for that gauge, so I need to find one that isn't within that range. I will see if I can get some different, what do they call it, wire wrap, loom, so I can rip all this loom off. It's that cheap plastic crap. Even if I get the cheap plastic stuff again, it's fine, I don't really care. But I want to at least rip all that out and then loom those wires all up nicely. That should be it for that. So, awesome, perfect. A little bit of cleanup. Temperature sender. Should be all good to go. We made progress. Amazing. I am gonna go eat, watch TV, go to bed, go to work tomorrow. See ya, probably tomorrow. Hey guys, big day today. Header day. So, like I said, I thought they were going to get delivered yesterday, but they didn't. I checked the tracking and they were on a truck for delivery for yesterday. So they were supposed to be delivered by the end of the day. Well, I don't know when the end of the day is, but I sat out here in the garage until 8:30 waiting for them to show up. And I think every noise I heard, I went outside like 15 times because I thought I'd heard something, so I'd run outside to see if they were here. And then I'd go outside thinking maybe they snuck them in and dropped them off and took off without me knowing. But they never came. Also yesterday, I woke up to no power. I woke up cold with no power. Luckily it came on at like, well, it was off when I woke up at 5 in the morning, and it came on I think around noon sometime. I was at work. But because it was so cold in my house, the heat ran pretty much who knows how long. So when I got home, my garage was like 70 degrees, which was nice for me to sit around, and I did a little tinkering here and there, but more or less sit around and do nothing. I actually watched TV out here like for an hour waiting for these headers to show up, and I finally gave up at like 8:30. Anyway, so I did not open these yet. I wanted to save the disappointment for the both of us, I guess, more or less. So let's get these things ripped open. And any takers? You think you're going to fit? Yes, no? I'm going to say no, because if I say yes, they won't fit. If I say no, they're still not going to fit. So whatever. Let's get these ripped open and see what we got. Alright. I was like a kid waiting for Santa Claus yesterday. Santa never came. Kind of sounds familiar. Don't care. Don't care. This is the passenger side. I thought these were supposed to be, or I'm sorry, this is the driver's side. I thought these were supposed to be plain, not black, which I don't care what color they are, or any color at all. Whatever. This is the one we need. This is the one we want. Well, I hope we want. So my concern is where the end of this flange is where my firewall is. Like right here. So I don't think this angle is going to be down enough to clear the firewall. I'm going to say these are not going to go. These are probably not going to go. Well, I got it, so I should at least try, but I'm pretty positive this ain't gonna go. Honestly, I don't even know if it's worth even trying. I don't know. Alright, I took that other manifold out. We'll see if this is going to fit. If there's a man above, these are going to slide right in. Absolutely no problems, not rub nothing. It's just going to go right in. Just going to go right in. Just going to slide right in. You know, slide right in, no problem. Just slide right in, no problems at all. It's going to clear everything, not going to rub a thing. Wow, that is not even close. Oh, yeah, see that? Yeah, yeah, that's not even close. Not Not even a tiny bit close. I don't think coming up from the bottom is going to help me much either. But we're going to give it a shot. Oh boy. I prefer not to scratch these all to hell either. In case I do have to send them back. Try to go up from the bottom. I think I'm going to try to jack the transmission up. I don't know how that would help me right now though. Well, it would give me more angle up there though, because the motor would come up right there. I'm going to try it. Who knows? What's the worst that could happen? It's so close. All right, I lifted the back of the transmission, and look at that, boys and girls. It's close. So I think maybe if I lower the motor back down, probably not going to get enough out of it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to lower the motor back down. See what we get. Oh my Lord. Oh my God. Is that? Could it be? Could it be? I think that's it. I gotta grab a couple bolts. Right here, I got one right here. Oh my gosh. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way that's gonna work. Where's the hole? Does this need to come up? I don't understand. All right, we need to make a little room. It's hitting right here, actually, and it's hitting this flange. I don't know if I'll be able to beat this up or not. If I can't, I brought the death wheel for backup. Oh, everything's falling on my face. I don't know if up is the best way to go, but maybe I'll try beating this first. Oh. I am not in the best position, and there's no other position to be in. Everything's going in my ears. I think I'm hitting that piece I bent up now. Oh, maybe not. No, I'm not. Let's see if I can get a couple bolts in it. Wherever those went. Here's one. Am I hitting anything? Lost all my bolts. Oh, with ease. With ease. Well, there it is. It's in, it fits, it's got like a finger width of space. Perfect. Now, the other side. I've already kind of tried, and this side don't want to go. So I just had to take out my temperature sensor, my switch that I put in, because it was hitting that switch and I didn't want to bust that terminal off. So I'll replace the battery in this GoPro and then we'll give her a shot, but wasn't looking good. Alright, please just go up there. I don't know what to do here. This pipe right here needs to be tucked in. Or I don't know if I could cut the frame that much. So the whole thing actually needs to twist out, which would make everything even worse. Alright, I'm trying to make little calculated moves here. I'm trying not to beat the crap out of these pipes. And I'm trying to do just enough to make it work. Not saying it's going to work, but we'll find out. This definitely isn't going to work, but oh, somebody's got to connect these brake lines. We got it. Am I happy with the way I got it to fit? Not necessarily, but I ground a bunch of the frame out. not the greatest, and I wouldn't recommend doing it. I ground a lot more out than I would have liked, but I see a lot of other people do a lot worse. Not saying it's right, but yeah. When I do the motor mounts, I can box that in a little bit and maybe just stick a plate in there to stiffen it up or whatever. And actually the motor mount itself, the other style that I have, will work better, or will stiffen that up. I also beat this in a little bit. Like I said, I said I wasn't going to beat these in unless I felt confident I could get them to fit. Well, it was either beat these to get them to fit or buy manifolds. And I really didn't want to spend money on manifolds. I'd rather spend money on headers. So I beat this one flat. It's actually not that bad, but because the black paint all came off, it makes it look like I beat it in really bad. But that's it. It'll fit. I did have to take the oil filter off because I couldn't get the header underneath and up, but hopefully I can get the oil filter back on after I put this in, but that'll be an issue for another day. Okay, I'm going to bolt this bad boy in. I'm even going to put gaskets in it, get it bolted in tight, and go to the other side, put the gasket in the other side, bolt that in tight, and the headers will be frickin' done. I'm super happy. These are not cheap. I think these were like 350 bucks, but they're not honestly the most expensive either. So I don't know, as long as they fit, that's all that matters to me at this point. So let's get this bolted in and then call it a night. Well, there it is. Finally have headers in here. What a struggle. What a struggle. Honestly, I didn't think I was going to get headers. I didn't think these were going to fit at all. So if you got a 64 to 66 C10, these are Hedman 69170 headers. On the website, they say that they do not fit a 64 to 66 C10 with a big block. They say they don't fit, but they do. You may have to do a little cutting and grinding and whatnot, but hey, it is what it is. If you want headers, it's what you got to do. And actually, if you use like the CPP engine mounts that I bought, if you had those in here, honestly, you probably wouldn't even have to cut or grind anything. They'd probably just fit right in. But I got homemade stuff, so it is what it is. But that's it. I'm gonna wrap this up. I gotta catch a plane tomorrow, go on a little vacation with my wife to somewhere to see the whatever the hell is supposed to be happening, eclipse thing. So whatever, she wants to see it, so we have to go see it apparently. But that's it. This video was everything was a struggle, and it just shows you, hey, if you put enough initiative in it and you really want it, you can do whatever you want, all right? You can make anything happen. We'll turn this into an inspirational video. I'll be an inspirational speaker. Nothing I do is ever easy. Nothing I do ever goes the way I want to. Everything I do is a struggle. I feel like, I don't know, me against the world a lot of times. And you want to give up, but I keep going, and lo and behold, eventually I get it figured out. But hey, I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, watch my other videos, all that good stuff. I said I wouldn't ask anybody to subscribe anymore, but I've been in a lull, like flat. Got to like 120 some subscribers and it just flattened right out, which again, I'm just starting, and my videos, at least the last few, have not been great. I admit that, so I understand. But hey, if you like it, click the button. I appreciate it. It'll get me closer. I got like 10,000 views. If like an eighth of that percentage would click the button, it'd help me out for sure. And we're almost done with this. At least, I don't want to say done. I don't want to use the word done, but at least enough to get this out of the garage and get something else in here that will be a little more interesting probably. I also got other things that I want to work on. Once it warms up, I promise that things will get more interesting. Right now it just sucks because it's cold outside and I don't want to work outside. So, but once we get this thing at least running and driving, that way I can back it out. I can get other stuff in here, work on other stuff, do stuff outside. I got a few things lined up that I need to do and whatever, want to do more or less. So I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.